Hello everyone, welcome to today's show. My name is Spenser. We are live once again this morning. It's 7:13. We got a great show for you. Here's what's going on. Crazy Trump-Putin press conference. We'll break it all down. Is it worth a big deal? Most legal, the Russian woman who allegedly tried to set up a Trump-Putin meeting being charged with espionage. The possibility of a progressive sub-caucus or voting bloc could be very effective. We'll tell you why. White House officials react to the press conference. I hate on centrist Democrats because why not? They're awful. GOP candidate gets his opponent funded by his parents. So that's probably the funniest story of the day. He whined to Fox News about pretty much a Republican. He's running as a Republican. His parents hated so much they donated the maximum amount possible to a Democrat. How great is that? So yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen, we have that story for you, and the New York Times getting their homophobia on, in a way that you probably would expect but also wouldn't expect. So yeah, all right. So that was a wild press conference, no doubt about that. With Russian President Vladimir Putin, judging from all the commentators currently yelling about treason, freaked some people the F out. President Donald Trump again denied any collusion between his campaign and Russian efforts to influence the 2016 election, and pronounced himself skeptical that Russia tried to interfere in 2016 at all. Instead, he used the opportunity to publicly trash his own FBI and Hillary Clinton's missing emails. Here was his whole take on the 2016 issue. He said, "My people came to me. They said they think it's Russia. I had President Putin. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna play. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the sound. So this is what we got today. So this is him on the 2016 issue.
Thank you. Question for each president. President Trump, yes. You first. Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? My second question is, now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
So first of all, you can really kind of see that they're giving him kind of a perfect opportunity. They're goading him into it to look strong and get tons of even bipartisan praise from both sides, like the centrist Democrats and all the Republicans, say, "Oh, how strong he was! Look at that! He denounced Putin so incredibly on the world stage." Let's see how he responds.
Just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server. Why haven't they taken the server? Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that for months and months, and I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media. Where is the server? I want to know, where is the server, and what is the server saying? With that being said, all I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be, but I really do want to see the server.
So, yeah, that was pretty much his response. It was pretty much that, I do want to see the server. I think he's talking about the Hillary Clinton server. It's actually really weird. I just don't get it. But still, he still then goes on to say pretty much, I see no reason why it would have been Russia. Like, that to me that's the big problem. That's the point where everyone really started to freak out here. Let's continue.
But I have confidence in both parties. I really believe that this will probably go on for a while, but I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server. What happened to the servers of the Pakistani gentleman that worked on the DNC? Where are those servers? They're missing. Where are they? What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails? 33,000 emails gone, just gone. I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. I think it's a disgrace that we can't get Hillary Clinton's 33,000 emails. So I have great...
All right, yeah, so that's pretty much how he went on to respond that. He brought up Hillary Clinton's emails on the whole thing with the Pakistani servers or whatever. The servers, as he called it. That's something you only understand, I'm hearing, if you watch Sean Hannity on a nightly basis. And I do not, so I'm very, very sorry. Really am. I do not and cannot understand that and translate that back into normal human. Alright, so now we turn to our next little highlight of the day. This relatively idiotic moment. Here it is. It involves a soccer ball. Ooh.
Actually, Mr. President, I'll give this ball to you, and now the ball is in your court.
So he literally gives a ball.
All the more that the United States will host the World Cup in 2026.
That's right. Thank you very much. We do host it, and we hope we do as good a job. That's very nice. That will go to my son, Barron. We have no question. In fact, Melania, here you go.
He just chucks it to Melania. Oh God! He just turns it. Putin gives the ball and he just chucks it off to Melania. He's like, "That's very nice. There you go, son. Take it." Okay. Yeah. So Trump's denials, delivered next to a smirking Putin, came amidst a highly anticipated conference here, a little bit of a meeting, one-on-one between the two leaders, and followed a mysterious closed-door conversation in which no aides were present. So he's like, Trump specifically said, "No aides, no note takers." I wanna give him the chance to tell him what he really wants to hear. I mean, who knows what he said? He probably was like, the American media is so stupid. I just like hate. He probably made like 20,000 factual errors. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, one of the most revealing, if not wholly unsurprising, moments of the bizarre press conference came when Putin freely admitted he'd wanted President Trump to win the 2016 election. And probably one of the biggest IDGAF moments. IDGAF moments. If you don't know, that means look it up. Urban Dictionary, people. And so this is what he says on this matter.
Can be found in an appropriate legal framework.
Trump to win the election? And did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he talked about bringing the U.S.-Russia relationship back to normal.
Продолжаем. Я думаю, вполне вопросы 3 может задать кто-то из российского пула.
I think there can be 3 questions from the Russian pool. Russia Today, you have the floor.
Yeah, so there he goes. He just throws it off to Russia Today there. Anyway, yeah, so he's like, yeah, I did. What are you going to do about it? And Trump's like, nothing. Yeah, so he's like, I'm president now. It's cool. Yeah, so asked whether Russia would consider the extradition of a dozen intelligence officers who had been charged with actively hacking the DNC computers. Putin instead claimed the Russian law enforcement was more than capable of questioning the suspect. I'm sure they probably like their own agents, probably questioning them like, "Oh, how'd you do that great mission you just pulled off there?" Like that's kind of what it is if you think about it. Like it's them talking to their own agents, which is pretty ridiculous. And Trump apparently did not ask him that. It was apparently it was a reporter who asked him that. So yeah, here is what he said on that matter. He offers to question them, so it's really nice.
Now, let's get back to the issue of these 12 alleged intelligence officers of Russia. I don't know the full extent of the situation, but the President Trump mentioned this issue, and I will look into it. So far, I can say the following. The things that, off the top of my head, we have an existing agreement between the United States of America and the Russian Federation, an existing treaty that dates back to 1999. The mutual assistance on criminal cases. This treaty is in full effect. It works quite efficiently. On an average, we initiate about 150 criminal cases upon requests from foreign states. For instance, the last year, there was one extradition case upon the request sent by the United States. So this treaty has specific legal procedures. We can offer that the appropriate commission headed by Special Attorney Mueller, he can use this treaty as a solid foundation and send an official request to us so that we would interrogate, we would hold a questioning of these individuals who he believes are privy to some crimes.
Yeah, so that was pretty much him saying, nope, we're not going to do that. So yeah, Putin also made sure to invoke George Soros, really oddly, the not-so-subtly anti-Semitic boogeyman to many in the far, extremely racist right wing. Yeah, you can watch the entire press conference, or you can do literally anything else. I highly, highly recommend the latter, like skydiving, swimming, sleeping, anything. That's preferable to this situation. So yeah, next story today is that everyone is losing their minds. Yeah, so this morning, President Trump, this is pretty much the statement of what happened, pretty much objectively. I mean, there's really nothing that's not true. President Trump refused to rebuke Russia for its role in interfering with the 2016 election while standing alongside Russian President Vladimir Putin during their hotly awaited summit in Helsinki. To be slightly fair, this is a pretty newsworthy deal. It's definitely a pretty big deal. Like, it's something that is definitely worth talking about. There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, is it much more if you take a step back and look at it kind of a cable news freakout that's not really going to come up with anything? Like, it doesn't not tell us anything we don't already know. Like, what I think would be very interesting, was there any kind of actual action made throughout the course of that meeting other than just Trump's kind of blatant words of Trump being Trump? I mean, it really was something that he should not have done. It's something he shouldn't have said. It was exactly what that statement was I just said. But still, Trump was asked point blank whether he sides with the consensus of America's national security apparatus on Russia's role, which Putin denied, as he has done before. Trump said he didn't see any reason why it would be Russia's fault, and once again boasted about his 2016 victory. He said, "I beat Hillary Clinton easily," Trump told reporters. No, he didn't. Like, Hillary Clinton, literally, more Americans wanted Hillary Clinton to be president than wanted Trump to be president. But, I mean, that's just the way our democracy works, right? Sometimes the winner doesn't always win. But still, yeah, very much of a democracy we have there. But still, it's really quite a situation. Quite a situation here that is developing here. There's really no doubt about that. I mean, imagine being that delusional, though. He says, "I beat Hillary Clinton easily. We won the race, and it's a shame there can be even a little bit of a cloud over it. It just makes me so sad." Yeah, when it was all over, everyone lost their goddamn minds, as if Trump had pulled off a human face mask to reveal a Kremlin-built Manchurian cyborg, formally announced he was annexing the contiguous U.S. to Russia. Journalists and pundits led the pack of gravely concerned about the total situation. We got the respectable Chris Cillizza coming out and saying, absolutely and totally appalling, to a tweet where Trump says he holds both countries responsible for, it says, the decline of Russia's action. It says, "I think the United States has been foolish. We've all been foolish. We're all to blame." And people like Lauren Turner are like, "You didn't say Russia was foolish. You just said the United States was foolish." So here's MJ Lee of CNN, Anderson Cooper, coming back after the Trump-Putin pressure. You've been watching some of the most one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president. So it was literally Anderson Cooper in a rare display of human emotion. He said that. Yeah, so Katie Tur goes on to say, "What will Republicans do? What will Republicans do? What will Republicans do?" And she says, well, one more time, "What will Republicans do?" That's the only question that matters. So bring us some context situation. I like it. So Eli Lake goes on to say, "This is a disgrace. Sorry, but this was horrendous. This is horrendous. What he did was an incredible offer. I don't have anything quippy to